In today's society of everything being Instagram worthy, parents have this added pressure for having their lunches look perfect all the time. So when you couple that with kids picky eating, it can kind of create a little bit of a difficulty within parents and their children. So I would say try to always make things simple. It's not the end of the world if you forget to pack a vegetable. Just the next day, try to incorporate it.
Welcome to VNA. Today, I'm your host, David Miranda. Planning well-balanced, healthy lunches for your child can be a time-consuming task. That's why we're talking to a VNA expert to get some ideas and some tips as well.
Hi, my name is Cristi Arceo, and I'm a WIC nutritionist here at the VNA. Before I get started on the actual recipes, I wanted to give parents a magic formula that they could use whenever they're preparing their lunches. So first and foremost, if you guys have heard, it's called the My Plate method. So every meal consists of really 4 main things. So one of the main things is our protein. Protein is made up of beans, chicken, peanut butter, and protein is really nice because it's gonna help us stay full during our meal times. Our second component are called carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, as you know, it's bread, your rice, your pastas, and that really is the main component of a meal because it's gonna give us energy. The third component is our fats. So fats are important because they're gonna help us stay full after a meal. So our fats include anything between avocados, peanut butter, oil, and really fat is also incorporated in a lot of our meats and foods that are already prepared. We want fat in our meals so that we can stay nice and full after a meal. The fourth component is our fruits and our vegetables. So our fruits and vegetables are gonna have our vitamins, our minerals, and our fiber to keep us nice and regular throughout the day. So whenever we think of lunches, we can kind of get stuck in a rut whenever we have like our sandwiches every day, our chips and our apple. So what I want to do is incorporate that magic formula with your fat, your protein, and your carbs, and kind of switch things up a little bit. So our first recipe for the day, we're gonna do a hard-boiled egg. Our egg component right here is gonna take place of protein. So we don't always have to have eggs for breakfast. They can also count as our lunch as well. Obviously, if there's an egg allergy, definitely substitute another protein for your child. So really easy. We can just cut it up into smaller pieces like that. And there's actually these really nice bento boxes that are now on the market. So bento boxes are really nice because you can kind of separate out your ingredients and they just look more presentable. So the more presentable your meal, the more you're apt to eat it. So we can just kind of pick up the protein portion, put it in our bento box. Second component are our carbohydrates. So remember, we were talking breads, tortillas, anything like that. For today, I decided to just go for simple whole grain crackers. You don't think of crackers as a nice carbohydrate source, but they're very easy and easy to pack. So I think they're a great choice for our carbohydrate for the lunch. And last but not least, we have bell peppers. Bell peppers are really nice because they have vitamin C that is really helpful for our immunity. And for our fat, what I ended up doing is I just got a little bit of hummus. Hummus is made of garbanzos, so you can find it in any refrigerated section of your dips at the store. And we could just easily use our hummus to dip our bell peppers for the day. And then we're forgetting our fruits, so nice and simple, you can just pack a banana for our fruit. So our second recipe for the day, we're gonna switch it up on the standard peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Always remember carbohydrate, protein, and fats. So for our carbohydrate, I tested out a English muffin. If you don't like English muffins, it's not a biggie. You can just substitute either just regular bread or even like a whole grain tortilla. So you don't have to use an English muffin. So we're gonna incorporate a little bit of protein in here for that. And what's really nice about peanut butter is that it also counts as your fat. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. And again, I have to say the disclaimer, if your kid has an allergy to peanuts, obviously switch it up. But believe it or not, you can even use cream cheese instead of peanut butter. And you can do like a bagel as well. So all we're trying to do is always incorporate our fats, our proteins, and our carbs. All right. So that is it on the peanut butter. Instead of a jam, I'm actually just gonna use fresh strawberries. I think it kind of just switched things up and it surprises our kids as they're gonna open that lunchbox. So just carefully cut some strawberries up. Strawberries are really nice because again, they have a lot of vitamin C for our immunity. And you can always try to incorporate fruits that are in season as well, because when they're in season, they're just gonna be a little bit more affordable. For our WIC participants, you can also use these with your WIC vouchers. So, all right, so that is my not traditional peanut butter jelly sandwich. So we use strawberries instead of the jam. So we pretty much finished our lunch here. I did want to talk a little bit about sweets whenever we're packing lunches. Sometimes if you don't have like a sweet component from a fruit, a traditional fruit, I always like to tell parents that they could pack up a little bit of like chocolate chips, just like a small amount. It really helps to finish up their meal with something sweet. I think when we don't offer a lot of sweets and we just stay away from them, I think kids tend to want them a little bit more. So I think it's just a fun bite-sized sweet that your kids can get into. All right, so moving on, I wanted to talk about the lunch experience itself. I think kids at school have limited amount of time to eat their lunch. So when you couple that with conversations with their classmates, trying to finish food, recess, it all happens very quickly. So what I would say, at home, have your kids practice opening and closing their lunchbox. It seems like a simple task, but when you're working with little kids specifically, it takes time. Water bottles are another big thing, making sure they can open, they can close it. Juice boxes are another big one. It's easier said than done. I kind of wanted to close up that I gave you guys a formula on how to build a healthy lunch, but at the VNA recipe portal, you can find 3 other recipes that you can incorporate day to day. All you're switching up is the carbohydrate, different sources of bread like pita, different proteins such as shredded chicken, and then just switching up the fruits and veggies. So thank you.
Thank you so much. To find out more information about your child's nutritional needs, visit vnahealth.com or call us at 630-884-4566. I'm your host, David Miranda, and see you next time.